15, years at 16 skills. Can you just talk about the aggression on defense? Is that kind of focus of yours?
Yeah, that's been a point of emphasis in practice, just getting after it on defense and kind of staying locked in. He's really made that a huge point for us and kind of making us realize like that's what converts into a good offense and gets us going. And so that's really been something that we've been working on throughout the course of the season, really. But I think it's really clicking for us now.
Nika, I think this is the first time we've talked with you since you've been back. How are you feeling physically, your foot, and how is it to be back out there and to be able to really make an impact right away?
It's definitely great to be back with my team and like help them through games. I feel good physically, I feel good mentally, but I'm still limited on time a little bit, especially in practice, so I'm trying to get that over with, but overall I feel good.
Now that you're starting, I'm not sure if this is a conversation you really had with Coach, but he was telling us he wants you to be able to go into the game right away and be able to bring that defensive energy, which obviously we've seen. So I guess how seriously do you take that, no matter if you're starting obviously or coming in off the bench?
Yeah, of course, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me if I'm starting or not, but every time I come in, I'm just trying to set a tone defensively, kind of bring that energy that we need, whatever the team needs me to do, and I know they trust me to always bring stuff like that, so yeah, I always have to do that.
Nika, what was the hardest part of being out and the most difficult part of working your way back in?
I would say watching on the sidelines, definitely like watching them practice, watching them play games. It was the hardest for me because I couldn't hop in and do something good for my team. I could just watch and talk to them. But yeah, that would be the hardest part.
How do you feel like the team's playing differently now than you guys were even just before the Butler game?
Yeah, I mentioned this before, but I think things are kind of clicking for us now on the defensive end and offensively. Things are kind of running a little bit more smoother. We kind of have a better idea of our roles and kind of where people are supposed to be at the right time and what exactly we're supposed to be doing.
You've had the chance to see how the team looked from the sidelines, and now you're out there with them. How have you seen that change come along?
I just said like I just need to bring what I have to bring. I feel like it all started from practice for us. Like Coach put a big emphasis on us communicating, talking. I feel like that's been the biggest change for us, especially on the defensive part. So I just try to like take the lead there, like talk to my team, make sure everybody knows what to do, and I feel like everybody, when we all like communicate to each other together, we look good on the court.
Well, if you said everybody knows their role, what do you see as your role right now? Because you're doing a little bit of everything. I mean, the block shots, the assists, the rebounds.
As cliche it sounds, just like trying to do what I can for my team at that moment. So whether it's getting a defensive stop or guarding somebody in the post that needs to be guarded well, or passing well on offense or getting people open, setting screens, different things like that. Just trying to do as much as I can for my team and really just help us be successful.
Caroline, how do you think this team has gotten better these 3 weeks?
I think just being in a flow of having games has really helped us, and I mean we went for a stretch where we didn't play for a while, so we had a lot of time in practice, a lot of time to like fine-tune things and look at specifics on the offensive end and on the defensive end. So then just being able to actually have games and being able to like see it, I think has really helped us.
Liv, how humbling was it to have Coach kind of talk to the seniors and say, look, you guys have to start doing something or I don't have a reason to play you? And how do you think you guys have responded the last couple of games?
I think it's needed. I think, presented with a challenge like that, I think it forces us to really step up and kind of evaluate what we've been doing. And so I think it's needed. He's always been pushing us. He always will push us. And so we really accept that challenge.
I mean, did you guys feel like you were just out of sorts? I mean, why weren't you producing more and you just feel an instant sense of comfort? He's pushing us, we gotta go.
I think we were just faced with adversity and struggling to really kind of face that head on. And I think, now that we kind of accepted, this is the way things are and just kind of like our means as in terms of the team, I think we've been able to do well since then, especially that stretch in December. So I think moving forward, he's going to push us, he's going to challenge us all the time, and I think that's good for us in terms of developing, in terms of our growth this season.
Caroline, how much has the team's confidence grown over these last 3 games? And how big a factor is that in how the team plays, just being confident going in?
Yeah, I think the confidence has definitely gone up the last couple of games. Like I said, just actually being able to have games has helped us to kind of see all of like what we're doing come together, and being able to like focus on defense and having that turn into offense and seeing everything come together has helped us.
I need you to answer this, but Coach has brought up to us a lot that when he looks across the country, he sees kids just playing like with the Malays, that just they don't have a lot of energy, and how he wants you guys to be different than that and to play with that passion and that effort, no matter if it's against Xavier or against Oregon. So I'm curious if that's something he's been harping on more in practice as the season's gone on, and what does that mean for you guys when you're going out on the court too?
He's definitely made that a very big point of emphasis, kind of just how he sees players kind of playing with a dead face. And so for us personally, we don't want to look like that. We don't want to play like that. This isn't how UConn players have played in the past. So just kind of bringing that energy from the jump. It starts in, warm-ups and working together like that. And then at the start of the game, just kind of carrying that on over to how we play. And so I think that's just been a big point of, how we need to play the rest of the season, and just kind of carrying that on.
The game today, cross-country trip tomorrow, game on Monday. How difficult is that mentally and physically? And what do you want to see from your team? And the second part is, last time you played Oregon, and while they are very different teams, they beat you pretty badly. Is that any kind of memory that, be a little bit of motivation on that?
I mean, it's definitely a memory that I keep with me, but I think traveling like that and having a schedule like this is definitely tough mentally and physically, but that's no excuse. We just have to stay locked in, especially mentally. That's where it begins, and just basically go in and do what we need to do.
Caroline, even when your shot isn't going well, you seem, I don't know whether it's a certain confidence or just a need to go out and continue to pushing yourself to score because you know the team needs something from you. Can you just talk about that mindset? Because you're bringing an awful lot to the team even when your shot isn't falling.
Yeah, I think just like you said, just like staying with it and not letting like a couple bad shots or a couple misses like bring down my confidence. So just staying with it and knowing that if I have an open shot, I should take it or move the ball, get a better look. So I think just staying in whatever the offense is giving us and being able to hit open shots.
I mean, as a freshman, is that something that comes from coach who just keeps telling you keep shooting, or do you just feel like you've found a rhythm now and you know that you're somebody who has to score quite a bit for this team to be successful?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like he's kind of told me to stay aggressive and take open shots that I get. So I think just being able to, if I'm open, shoot it. If I'm not, pass it. So.
With everything that's happened the last 2 years with COVID and injuries and causes and empty gyms and everything, do you still find joy in this game, and how have you changed that outlook and tried to, in fact, this is supposed to be fun, right?
Absolutely. I still find joy in the game, or else, I wouldn't be playing it right now. But I think, it's not just us dealing with that. Everybody in the country is dealing with that. Every team is for the past 2 years. And so, like I said before, it's no excuse. And you just kind of have to simplify it down to you're playing the game that you enjoy and have loved growing up. And I think that's the best part about it.
Nika, almost the opposite. Caroline, you don't seem to get flustered if you're not scoring. Do you just have the mentality you have other things to do out there, and if points come, they come, or do you just believe points are going to come for you as you get more back into the game?
I mean, I don't really care about scoring that much because I have all these players on my team that can score the ball so well. So I gotta fill in the gaps and do other stuff, like passing the ball, rebounding, like a little bit of everything, defense. So I'm just trying to fill in the blanks that this team has and bring the energy. That's it.
Liv, as a fellow center, can you just talk about PF today and what she did? I mean, everybody on the bench seemed to get pretty excited for her, pretty happy for her.
Yeah, she was great today. And it was great to see just how hard she's been working in her workouts and kind of seeing that come to light in the game. because she has really been putting in the work, has been putting in the time before practices, after practices. And so that was great to see her kind of shine like that tonight, and just the way she was rebounding, the way she was finishing strong. It was just all tied together, and so she was phenomenal.
And do you see that as something that could be a confidence builder so that to where she can contribute in meaningful minutes down the road? I mean, you see things in practice that are encouraging?
Absolutely. I think the more time that she gets out here, the more minutes she gets, touches, it all ties together in terms of your confidence. You know, the more exposure, the more experience that you get playing in actual games really does help.
Did you go to Oregon when you were recruited?
Yeah, what, sorry?
Did you visit Oregon when you were recruited?
No, I only visited UConn.
I'm just wondering, when you get to see a new part of the country that you haven't been to before, what's that like?
I'm excited. I'm always excited. I mean, we don't always have the time to like go around the city and like visit a little bit, but I'm very excited for this trip because they were the school that I was considered to going, so I'm very like motivated to play against them.
Great, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.